My name is Sherry Zhang, as Kelly introduced. So I'll briefly introduce Victoria University to you tonight. So I'll share my screen. Please let me know if you could see my screen. Would you be able to see my screen? All right, fantastic. All right, so I'll just use this mode to share my screen and do the presentation. So first of all, welcome, and we'd like to introduce you to Victoria University. So we're a public university located in Melbourne, in the state of Victoria. So we're named after the state. We have quite a few campuses across Melbourne. So we have one of a brand new campus, which replaced the previous old few campuses in Melbourne CBD, and it will be established. It has already been established, and the grand opening will be happening in a couple of days. So on the 26th of April, our brand new City Tower campus will be in use, and more than 100 higher education courses will be taught in this building in Melbourne CBD. It will also be the largest vertical campus in Australia. And apart from this Melbourne CBD campus, we also have 6 other campuses across the west of Melbourne. So for example, we got our Footscray Park campus, which is about 10 minutes drive from Melbourne CBD, which is also our main campus in the west of Melbourne. So a lot of subjects, for example, teaching, engineering, IT, some of the business courses are taught in this campus. We also have a few campuses in the suburb called Footscray, Sunshine, St. Albans, and also Vera Bay. So those campuses, students could study vocational education and also higher education courses. So in this map, it gives you a better view of our of the locations of our campus. So this one on the right hand side is the City Tower campus in Melbourne CBD, and then these 2 campuses on the left hand side, they are the Footscray campuses. So one is Footscray Park and the other is the Footscray Nicholson campus. And why would you want to study with Victoria University? So first of all, we have a very generous scholarship for 2022. So we have a scholarship value for 20% of the tuition fee reduction for the entire standard duration of the eligible course. And the eligible course is including higher education diploma, undergrad and postgrad courses with VU Melbourne. So as long as you could be able to receive an offer, you will receive this very generous scholarship. You don't have to apply separately. It will be assessed automatically and come with your offer letter. So as long as you meet our entry requirement, you will definitely be able to get this 20% of the tuition fee reduction for the entire duration of the course. And also Victoria University, we have several rankings, which is more important and more relevant to our students. The first one we'd like to mention is the employability skills, because after study, students will get into the real world and also looking for a job. So employability skills is the most important thing, what you can get from your study or from your university. So we have been ranked as #1 for employability skills in Australia. And also we have a very good learner engagement. So our student interaction with our teachers are very good. It has been ranked as #3 in Australia. And apart from that, we also are ranked high globally in terms of sport, computer science, electronic and electrical engineering. And also we got very good hospitality and tourism management courses. One of the special thing about Victoria Uni is our block model. So why we are calling ourselves a university of opportunity and success is that with our block model, our students are easily to achieve a better result during their study with VU. So first of all, what is block model? So if you study with all the other universities outside of Victoria university, you will study the traditional model, and you study 4 subjects concurrently in one semester. So you have to study 4 subjects together and do the assessment together, and in the end, you do your examination. But at Victoria University, you study 1 subject, and also you move to the second subject after you finish the first one. So you do the subject one by one, and each subject it's a time for 4 weeks. And then in one semester, you still study 4 subjects, but you just do that one by one. And what's the benefit of this kind of block model? So the benefit is that our students have a very good pass rate. So our international students, they have a high pass rate of 93%, which means 93% of our international students will be able to pass the course. And also our distinction and high distinction achievement is very good. So more than 53% of our international students will be able to achieve distinction or high distinction. So this is a very good outcome for our students to study, and it's important for your future career as well, because when you apply for a job, like sometimes employer would like to refer to your transcript and also your result at university. And also under our block model, we teach students in small classroom size. So for example, in each classroom, we have 35 students maximum. So unlike the other universities, like one teacher need to face to like more than 100 or maybe 200 students, and they don't know students' name. At Victoria Uni, one teacher they teach 35 students maximum, and there is a very good collaboration between teacher and the student. And the teacher will be familiar with the student's name and the study progress. So this is another reason like why our students will be able to achieve a very good pass rate and a distinction and high distinction rate. So this is a timetable as an example for students to look at, like if they are curious what a block model would be look like and what the timetable would be look like. And from the block model, the feedback is very good from our students. So for example, one of our students, they mentioned that the study is stress-free. So for her to study at Victoria University, she's not very stressed, and also she could focus one subject at a time, which is good for her to achieve a good result. So we're a big public university, have multiple campuses around Melbourne. So we also offer like multiple discipline in terms of your study. So from arts, education, business to engineering, health science, research, tourism, hospitality, you name it, we all have it. So I'd like to highlight some of the courses that the student might be interested. So first of all, I'd like to mention about our early childhood education. So VU is very good, and also we have a very comprehensive system for early childhood education. So we have early childhood education from vocational study to undergrad and also to postgrad at the postgraduate diploma level. So first of all, for our undergrad Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, we have 3 years and also 4 years different program. So for those 2 programs, sometimes a student would ask, so what is the difference? What's the difference between the three years and also 4 years course? So technically speaking, the first 3 years within those two programs, they're exactly the same. But the 4-year program, it enables students to actually apply for the skill assessment. So for example, some of the students after their study, they would prefer to stay in Australia further and get skill assessment in order to get a further visa. So those students, according to this skill assessment requirement, need to complete 4 years bachelor and above level of study. So this is why those kind of students, they need to study 4 years. But if a student, they want to, like after the study in Australia, if they want to return to their home country to become the early childhood teacher, they could just study the 3 years Bachelor of Early Childhood. And a lot of other universities require CASPER for early childhood education, but VU does not require CASPER. So all VU's courses, early childhood courses, we do not require CASPER. And we also have multiple intakes. So for example, previously I mentioned that because of block model, students study one subject after another. So this is why we are more flexible in terms of our intakes. So for example, in this year, we have February, April, and also July intake. So this gives us a better flexibility. For example, this year, because of COVID, a lot of students may not be able to arrive in Melbourne in February, but they could actually arrive in Melbourne in April and then start their face-to-face study. So this is a very another good perspective of our block model. So at VU, the R course is accredited by ASIQA. So ASIQA is the qualification and also accreditation body for early childhood teacher to recognize early childhood teacher. So our course is accredited by ASIQA. And also the placement days at Victoria Uni for bachelor level, it's very it's very extended. So we got 80 days of supervised teaching experience in an early childhood setting, so which is a bit more comparing with the other universities. Apart from the bachelor degrees, we also have another very popular one-year specific program called Graduate Diploma of Early Childhood. So this program also does not require CASPER, and it is designed for students who complete 3 years bachelor degree without an early childhood background. And then if they want to become the early childhood teachers, they could study this one-year program only. So if a student complete bachelor degree in an English-speaking country, and Singapore is also considered an English-speaking country. So if you do want to study the shorter duration of early childhood course after your bachelor degree, and also you don't want to spend too much time, you could consider this one-year graduate diploma of early childhood course. You don't have to worry about the English requirement, and also you don't have to worry about the CASPER test. And our placement, the placement day actually fulfills the requirement of your skill assessment as well. So apart from the early childhood, another course the Singaporean student might be interested is the Bachelor of Youth Work. So youth work is kind of popular in Singapore to my knowledge, and the youth work association in Singapore is actually designed and co-developed by one of our very famous academic who is the course chair for Bachelor of Youth Work. So this course we have very good reputation across Australia, and also our students will be able to have 200 hours of the placement experience. So this is why VU have a very good reputation in terms of employability skills, because a lot of our courses it got placement experience for our students. And then the other course is Bachelor of Social Work. So Bachelor of Social Work is another course that you might be interested. This course is accredited by the Australian Association of Social Workers, and also students have the 1,000 hours of the placement experience within this course. Another course is the Bachelor of Paramedicine. So Bachelor of Paramedicine is a 3 years course. It got February intake only. So if you do want to apply for this course, you will have to consider next year, unfortunately. The tuition fee will be very similar next year as to this year. And also for this specific course within 3 years, student will also have to complete 360 hours of the clinical placement experience and become the paramedic, and also air ambulance paramedic in Australia. The other course I'd like to introduce is Bachelor of Dermal Science. So Bachelor of Dermal Science, Victoria Uni is the only university in Australia offering this course. And this is a quite hot topic in Southeast Asia and also in North Asia because cosmetics, the dermal science, skin treatment, skin management, and also the laser therapy has been very popular. So this is a course provide the student with solid knowledge about skin management, scar minimization, anti-aging treatment, and also the laser therapy treatment. So once again, this course, our student got 340 hours of the hands-on experience at our university's dermal science teaching clinic. So we do have an internal teaching clinic, but it opens to public. So our student will have a very good opportunity to face to the real customers, to solve their problems, to answer their queries, and also to provide treatment to our customers or to the real patients. And also after student graduate, they will be eligible for to be the member of Australian Society of Dermal Clinicians. And also in terms of the career outcome, student will be able to work in the plastic and surgeon's office. They will be working as a dermal therapist and also work together with the cosmetic surgeon as well. So that's a very good course and very popular course at Victoria Uni. Then I'd like to move to our engineering course. So as a bachelor level, we have a very unique course, which is architectural engineering. So some of the students might want to become architect, and some of the students might want to become engineering. But there is a big gap actually in between of architect and engineering. Because if you just want to become architect and you study 3 years bachelor degree, you also need to study another 2 years of master degree in order to become architect. And what you learn is more about design, about draft, but you are not sure, like you are lack of the structural engineering knowledge. But then if a student just study engineering, then they don't know about the design, the drafting, the architect side of the building design. So this course is actually a good combination to bridge the gap of two careers. And also our course is accredited by Australian Engineers Australia, and we are one of the only 2 universities get accreditation for this specific course. And after student graduate, they will be able to become, for example, design engineer, building service engineer, estimator, and also structural engineer. I'll go very, I'm conscious of time, so I'll go very quickly. The next course is a Master of Enterprise Resource Planning. So this is also a unique course at Victoria Uni, where the only university provide this degree at master level. So it gives the student a comprehensive understanding of the SAP's ERP system. And the student will be able to study, for example, the big data-driven policies, and also the strategies, and also the social media big data knowledge. And after they graduate, they will be able to become the ICT business analyst for their skill assessment purpose, or they can become the SAP specialist. And SAP specialist is in high demand in the workforce. The other program is Master of Business Administration. This is a new course, and the biggest selling point for this course is that we provide guaranteed internship. So all international students who study this program, we will guarantee the internship for international students. We'll provide internship to our students, and we also got multiple intakes. So we got like May intake, July intake, November and February intake. And more importantly, this course, we partner with the Institute of Managers and Leaders, Australia and New Zealand. So this organization, they are one of the peak professional bodies for management and leadership. And our student will be able to get a 360 personal development needs analysis. So from this analysis, student will be able to know what their strengths and what their weakness is, and they can plan their career much better. And they could also use the resource of this institution to improve their network and also to improve their resume as well. So the last course I'd like to speak about is Master of Engineering. So our Master of Engineering is a 2 year course, and then the majors will be in telecommunication, electrical power, and also civil engineering. So we have a block model delivery, as I mentioned before. So in each classroom, we cap it for 30 students. So one teacher is only need to face to 30 students, and we have a very good facilities for our future engineers. And this course, of course, it's accredited by Engineers Australia. So just want to reiterate about our employability. So we have been ranked as #1 for employability skills. And also we have a very comprehensive system for students to, for example, there is a 24/7 program that student could actually upload their resume to do proofreading, and also student could use the 24/7 program to actually practice their interview skills. We also have a industry mentoring program with large organizations, for example, IBM and NAB. NAB is one of the largest banks in Australia. So we got VU graduate working in those large organizations, and they are the mentor for our current students. So students could learn from them about what's happening in the real world, so that they could focus on their study. And last, just want to mention about UniLodge. So all international students, as long as you accept VU's offer, you will have a guaranteed accommodation at UniLodge. So the price is from $150 per week for studio apartment. All right, so this is all about Victoria University. So we are the one of the top universities in Australia, and we ranked as #1 for employability skills. We also offer the 20% of the Global Leaders Scholarship. So yeah, this is us, Victoria University. Thank you so much for attending, making your time to attend our webinar tonight, and wish you a very good night. Thank you.
Thanks, Sherry. So to our attendees or audiences over here, do we have any questions that you like to check with Sherry? If you have questions, feel free to click on the link that I've shared and just send it one more time so that you guys can proceed to the lounge area for another 30 minutes for you guys to speak to Sherry. Okay? All right.